everybody. I am Frankie Valentine.
Pause for Patrick. But he's not here. He fell overboard. My name's Sarah
Oh,
Billiot.
splish splash, he fell in the bath. Oh, poor thing. Yes. This week, our dear buddy Patrick has come down with a bad case of the bubonic plague. We wish him the best. He's going to listen to this and be like, what are they talking about?
He's going to be like, I did not agree to this.
And I'm just going to be like, hey.
Wonderful. We hope you feel better, Patrick.
Yes, get well, Patrick. This episode is titled, Oops, All Gals. It was something else. I'll let you be brave. I want to see you be brave. Oh, copyright. I'm going to get copyrighted for that, not because I sang it, because I sang it poorly. How very dare you?
Now that I've had a child, whenever I cough, I kind of pee on myself a little bit.
I have no children, and I do that, so don't feel bad.
I'm like coughing, and I'm like, I have to like clench. It's all girls here. We can talk about these things.
Not boys allowed. So not our periods. No. This is the vaginal episode.
Okay. All right. Let's read our pieces because I'm really excited about my piece.
Yes. I'll let you go first. I don't remember what the prompt was because I closed my little book. So
what did you write about? Oh, you wrote the prompt. You just don't remember.
I was so excited for the prompt. I wrote it. Cannot tell you what it was.
I thought you just wrote about something random. I actually struggled with the prompt this week.
Really?
Yeah, it was, would you fight for someone you love or would you let them go?
That's the one. Okay.
And I struggled
now
a
I remember.
lot.
Really? What did you struggle with?
I had this idea in my head, which I went with. But I think it's because I tried to keep it in second person, which is difficult.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's like a mix between like first and second person, and I don't know if I did it well enough, and I don't know if it's all coming through, but I really liked the idea, so I just went with it, and if it's shit, then it's shit.
Shit is as shit does, baby. And that is a Tom Hanks reference, who I would like to retract about from last week. Before we read, he did not, in fact, voice the little black girl in Polar Express. I'd like to express my regretful apologies to one Thomas Hanks. I know for a fact that you're not listening, but just so I don't get sued or have to watch Polar Express, I apologize. It takes a big man to apologize, and I'm 360 pounds, so I'm sorry. Not me reading off the scale.
This is an all-woman episode, Frankie. No men allowed.
Yeah. You're right. So it would be Tamisha Hanks. Tamisha Hanks, I apologize. I apologize. I am sorry. Is it Maya Culpa? Maya Culpa? Oh, Captain, my captain. I don't know. Can't talk about the captain. Patrick fell overboard. All right. So, what is your piece titled, Sarah?
Mine is titled "Your Song, Your Song," and for. Can you hear my dogs?
One of them sounds like a baby.
One of them is a baby.
Oh no! It's okay, pup. We're almost done.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get through this. It's called Your Song, and for the listeners, the second "your song" is in quotes. It's also in the Discord. I don't know if you saw that, Frankie.
Yes, that's I'm on it now.
Perfect. Okay. Your bread jumps from the toaster just as your hands catch mine, as my quiet hums make it to the chorus of your favorite song. It's a soft, elated tune that marries the dust motes, and together they spin like lazy dancers to the kitchen floor. My laugh interrupts the song in my throat, but you're already pulling me across the linoleum, your feet sticking to the rising humidity and my socks creating trails through the dust. Dance with me, you say, though we already are. Dancing, swaying to the silent tune inside both our brains. One hand on my waist, the other on my cheek. Your thumb grazes the dusting of freckles over my pale face. Some women, you say with your mouth so close to mine. Some women pay money for these cheeks. Silence, save for the sizzling bacon in your mama's old pan and the patting of your long toes on the damp floor as you spin me in circles. The morning sun leaves shadows on your tan skin as it shines through the window. And God, you're always grinning. Stunning you are, as you study my face and morning hair. Some women, you say again, quickly twirling me out just to pull me back in. God, some women would kill for these cheeks. You kiss me, so briefly, like strangers brushing in a crowd. For this body, you run your hands up my back and down again, up my arms and down my front, following each curve and valley until your arms encircle me once again. For you twirl me out again, slower this time, and watch my hair catch the morning sunlight just as the stubble on your cheek does when you approach. Forehead to forehead, chest to chest, so close I can hum the tune your heartbeat sings. I'd die for you, you say. I shake my head. Our noses brush. I would. I pull away to be pulled back to you, held by you in a tighter embrace. No, I choke out. You hum, on key and soft. You can tell everybody once it's done. No, I say softly, shaking my head once more. I would, you say again, pulling my hands to your lips, again and again, without hesitation. Breakfast, I say quickly, if only to change the subject, lifting my head to meet your narrow gaze. I am all you see, my heartbeat all you hear, my touch all you feel. I graze my thumbs over both your cold cheeks, wiping away beads of sweat. Breakfast will grow cold. Stay with me, you whisper, your voice softer but gruff. Forget the bacon, the toast, the eggs. You cup my face and press your cold lips to my forehead. Dance with me. A kiss on each of my knuckles as you spin me about. Dance and sing, love and cry. Just stay. We'll be late, I sigh, pulling away. Stay. You press me against your tailored suit, fix my arms about your waist as your fingers comb through my messy hair, your dim golden eyes refusing to break sight of mine. Those laugh lines at your eyes, wrinkling and proud, and those dimples at your cheeks. Your tender smile will always get its way. Yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. You pull me back in, crushed against your chest as you sway with the humming melody of your song. Our home, I say, glancing at the stove, it'll burn. You shake your head, turning my face to yours. Let it. I don't mind. Another soft, gentle kiss, brief and strange, cold but kind. Hey, I say, pushing falling gray strands from your eyes. This is all we have left. You shake your head once more and rest it on mine. My feet slide against yours, tripping over your long toes as you ungracefully dip me toward the ground and up again, brushing the hair from my face and off my shoulders. And then we sway silently to the tune inside your mind, the tune that rumbles through your chest and sticks to the dusty walls of our home. It's all quite simple. I dart my eyes up to you, tilting my head to catch that fading glimmer in your eyes that comes and goes with the rising sun. Nothing is simple, I stammer, pushing you away. Nothing. Shadows move across your face as you stumble backward and smile. Those dimples, those laugh lines beneath your nose and beside your eyes, the happiness in your golden gaze upon me, it all fades like dusk's final light. This was all we had, and you ruined it. I stomp to the stove and your mama's ruined skillet. It hisses and screeches, bubbles and pops. I glare at the bacon, black smoke billowing from its corpse, curling into the air. It caresses my face like you once had. It kisses my lips, reserved only for you. I grab its handle and scream, shrill and scared. The smoke thickens, bitter like ash on my tongue. The shrill tune I shrieked for you hisses with a dying flame until it is only silence that hums inside my ears. You stand there, yards away, your hands limp at your side while the smoke touches me in places meant for you, with your legs pinned straight while the smoke tangles with mine, with your feet cold and stiff while the smoke sulks with me across our kitchen floor. I stumble toward you, desperate for your warm embrace, for your vibrato tune to find my chest once more and hum the beat of my broken heart. Feet heavy now, they sink into wet ground. I find you. You in your tailored suit, steamed from last week's dry clean, meant for our Thursday evening show. You with your graying hair, messy from our last dance. You so lifeless and calm, watching me behind closed eyes. My hands catch yours at last, cold and dry, so stiff they've forgotten how to curl around mine. Everyone will know now, I say, breathlessly against your knuckles, kissing each one. You said you would, and you did. Your happy face, now stoic and still, your dimples hidden, now only a memory for me alone. Gone are those crinkling, wrinkling laugh lines I once traced with my finger as we swayed across our tiny home to the song you loved most. I search your face for those golden morning shadows, will your eyes to open one last time, if only out of greed. I close my eyes and let your tears fall, tracing lines through my flushed face as my socks once did on our linoleum floor. Oh, how wonderful life was with you in the world.
Oh,
You cry.
oh, that was really good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I've become accustomed to looking for your twists, and that twist was so freaking subtle. It kind of built, you know. I really like that it built, and it wasn't just like, oh yeah, by the way, he's dead. Like
That's what I
it,
struggled with a lot, like
yeah.
trying to figure out how to make that twist happen but not like so in your face. And I feel like I literally had to like put what was happening in ChatGPT and be like, am I stupid? It does is it am I dumb? And then ChatGPT was like, I think that you might need a little bit more of this. And I said, no, that's stupid. I'm not taking your advice. And that's exactly what I needed. I needed to move some things around.
Yeah, like you're dumb. How dare you? What am I supposed to do again? That was really good though. I do appreciate your twists. They're not always obvious, but I know that something's going to happen. Something different. Can I ask you why it's your song, but in quotes the second time?
Okay, so that is another thing that I struggled with, apparently. So I don't know why I had Elton John stuck in my head whenever I was writing this, but I was trying to go off of the song at first, Tiny Dancer, because they dance around a lot, but I thought that was
Mhm.
too on the nose. And then I was like, wait, there's another song, Your Song. It's beautiful. I think it would fit perfect. And so I took some of the lyrics, like the very last line, how wonderful life is with you in the world, except I made it past tense.
Yeah,
And then I put some lyrics in there just more subtly, so they're not word for word.
yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, but I don't know if I did it well enough.
You did. You did. Like I didn't catch the lyrics because I'm stupid, but
No.
but it was well done. I really appreciate it, and the twist twisted. It did what it had to do.
Okay.
Yes, it was really good, really good. I'm trying to pinpoint the ages of the characters. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're middle aged for him to be graying but not gray.
Yeah,
Mm,
middle-aged, older, but not old enough to die a, old age death.
So like 40s,
Yeah.
40s, mid 40s, early 50s, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say late 40s, early 50s. Do
yeah.
you think that I fulfilled the prompt though? Like like fighting for someone you love or letting them go? Or do you think that it's totally off of the prompt?
It's not totally off. It's an interpretation. I'll give it that. But I feel like it is where it needs to be, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Because in a way, he came back for her, kind of. If you maybe I'm picking up something different than what you meant, but it feels like, how can I put this? It feels like he was fighting to stay with her. Like the you character was fighting to stay and wanted to be there, but she knew he had to leave.
Yeah.
That check? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it does kind of feel like that. Yeah. My
Okay.
title is a little more on the nose this week.
Okay.
Mine is called Love 'em and Leave 'em.
I'm excited.
And also, the main character does have a stutter,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try and do it, but I don't want to make fun of people who do stutter. It's just this character does stutter.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. So, the morning air was crisp and cool as the smoke rolled from his cigarillo. He took a long puff and watched the sun peek out from behind the tree line on the other side of the road. He'd always lived in the country, never had a neighbor closer than a mile. He was living in paradise. Joe! Alexis pulled her fancy suitcase through the front door and almost tripped on her heels. Joe, get off your ass and help me! He flicked the butt of his cigarillo in the yard and slowly, methodically, walked over to her and took the suitcase out of her hand. It had wheels on the bottom, but he lifted it by the handle on the side. He thought about how he must have looked. 6'4", all muscles, overalls, and a hard-shell suitcase with leopard print and a pink zipper. He chuckled to himself. What the hell is so funny, Joe? He shrugged and let his smile fade, something he'd done a lot since Alexis moved in. He looked her over. Her tight dress hugged her bump tight, creating a toothpick with a wad of bubblegum effect. She wasn't showing when they got married at Reverend Stevenson's house. He watched a tear roll down her face as the Reverend held his hands up over their heads and blessed their union, the baby, and sent them on their way. Alexis kept her eyes forward, fixed on the cross behind the Reverend's head, but Joe kept his eyes on her. He always had his eyes on her. She started down the steps and stumbled. Her balance was off these past couple months. Joe put his hand out and caught her easily. Even with the baby's weight added to hers, she was still so tiny he could lift her with one hand. He held her up until she regained her footing. Her the heel her heel of her shoe caught between the slats in a step. A wooden step he built himself, and he was sure to be blamed for not fixing sooner. Goddamn these fucking steps! See, he thought. Take your hand off me. I can do it myself. She stepped lightly down the rest of the way and turned to face him. Her long blonde hair was teased up in a sort of yellow helmet, and her makeup started to streak due to the sweat pouring down her face. Don't look at me like that, Joe. You know it was never going to work. Joe nodded. He knew she was destined for greater things than a farmer's wife, but he thought maybe, just maybe, he could do those things with her. He followed her out to the waiting Cadillac in the gravel dirt driveway. A dark-haired man, a dark-haired man with a large nose and too much cologne sat in the driver's seat honking his horn. She opened the trunk and waited for Joe to put her suitcase in. Alexis tapped her foot and crossed her arms over her chest. I haven't got all day. He's gonna run out of gas. Joe fidgeted with the handle of the suitcase, opened his mouth to speak, but closed it again. He looked in the trunk and saw another, more plain but still expensive suitcase waiting for hers. It was large and black and leather. Joe chuckled to himself, thinking how the man matched his luggage. Alexis huffed and took the suitcase from him. Oh, I'll just do it myself. She heaved it into the trunk, grunting as it landed with a thump in the space next to the leather bag. Well, I guess this is goodbye. I, I don't know what I could have done to. The word caught in his throat. The tears escaped his eyes. She put her hand on his shoulder. I was never meant to be here, Joe. I'm a free spirit. I need space. Joe gestured around himself, a little over a mile in every direction to the next person. He spoke without a stutter. Space? That's not what I mean, Joe. I need space to do my own thing. I need to be free, and I can't do that with someone I don't love. She rubbed his arm and smiled sadly. You're a good man, Joe, and out there is a woman who needs a good man like you. I'll always love you, but I've never been in love with you, and that's not fair to you. Joe nodded. The baby. I'll send you some pictures when he's born. I can't thank you enough for caring for us. The leather man honked the horn again and slapped the side of the car. You had 4 months to be all lovey-dovey. Get in the fucking car. Freedom? Joe pointed at the leather man. That's freedom? She patted his arm again and made her way to the passenger side. She stopped before she got in the car. I love you, Joe. See you around, okay? She disappeared into the Cadillac, then disappeared from Joe's life. Joe walked out to get his mail down the long, winding gravel drive. It had been a year since his divorce was final. Alexis sent him photos of the baby and when he was born, but there was no note, no name, just a photograph of a little pink person wrapped in a blue hospital blanket. He checked the mail. Water bill was in, but he was expecting it, so it wasn't surprised, but nothing else. He made his way to the porch when he heard someone call his name. Joe! Joe, baby, I'm home! He turned around to see Alexis, a year and a few months older, a fat little boy with dark brown hair on her hip. Her suitcase looked like someone beat the shit out of it, but it was the same one. Baby, I'm home. I thought about it, and I missed you. You were so good to me, even though he wasn't yours. I'm ready to settle down now. I need you. Her words were shaky and desperate, but she looked at the little boy on her hip and smiled, a genuine smile. He needs you. A young lady with long dark hair stepped out of the house. She was pretty, not beautiful or sexy, just plain pretty. Her dress was old and mended in places, but she was clean and neat. Her house shoes made a zipper noise as she stepped onto the porch. Joey, who's your friend? Joe looked between the two women. Hazel, this is Alexis. No stutter, no catch in his throat, just plain and simple words. Joe, your stutter is gone. Hazel wiped her hands on her apron. Well, since he got into therapy down at the clinic, he has improved leaps and bounds. Ain't that right, sugar? She stood on tiptoes and kissed his cheek. He closed his eyes and smiled. That's right. He turned his attention back to Alexis. He got a name? Alexis kissed the boy's head and smiled. Mikey. Michael Joseph. Joe nodded, put his arm around Hazel, and gestured towards the door. Come on in. Let's have some coffee.
No,
And
Joe.
that's it.
Fuck her.
But there's a baby.
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, you do third person so good. I'm jealous. Your third person is always so great.
Thanks,
And
it's
you're
schizophrenia. There's 4 or 5 of you.
At least it comes in
Undiagnosed.
handy.
Yeah.
No, like your dialogue is so good. I mean, your accents really helped with that, but
Thank you. Yeah. I always feel myself going, well, what the hell when I'm reading? Like, this guy's got to be from somewhere I've been.
like just the way we can see Joe grow, like just through his dialogue, even just like through the stutter being gone, and then through Hazel's dialogue, like she's taking care of him. Is that like someone he's with, or is that like
That's his new wife.
romantically? Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's his new wife.
Good.
If
Good.
if it weren't for the fact that this was meant for the podcast, I could definitely see this being a full length book. full-length
Yeah.
something, a script or something. I kind of borrowed ideas from there is a book and a movie. I saw the movie first. Always watch the movie first, kids. I saw the movie first, but it's called Magic of Ordinary Days, and it
Never
takes
heard
place,
of
I
it.
think, during World War II or World War One or World War Two. I'm not sure which one. But it's really good. The woman gets impregnated by a soldier who leaves. Her daddy finds out and sends her away to the country to marry a farmer. The only difference is, spoiler alert, guys, she doesn't leave him. Like, she actually writes the soldier and tells him, I'm pregnant, and he's like, well, good luck to you and whoever the fuck that baby daddy is. Bye bye. So he's yeah. So it's a really good novel. It's one of the first adult novels I ever read as a kid. It was actually the first thing I ever fully read on Kindle. Like, I got a Kindle for my
Okay.
birthday and I was like, I'm gonna buy a book, and that was it. So, but yeah, and the ending to the movie and the ending to the book are completely different. Uh, for certain characters, I do advise you to watch the movie over the book because
Do
the
you
book is kind
find
of
that the
depressing.
movie's better than the book, or is it just like they're just too different to compare?
Ending wise, I'd go movie all the way because in the book she's kind of a Karen. Uh, but no, the book is well worth a read because it does, fill in the gaps that the movie leaves. It is a good
Yeah.
book. But yeah, no. If you want a really good movie book combination that's almost word for word, the movie is called Touch, and it stars Skeet Ulrich and Christopher Walken.
Okay.
Skeet Ulrich is the guy that played Billy Loomis in the first and sixth Scream movies.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They're both. The book is fantastic. The movie is fantastic. It's about a young guy who used to be a priest, but he leaves the priesthood. But he still gets stigmata, and he's been in hiding for years. And he does a mass, and he heals a little boy who had cancer on accident in front of God and everybody in the middle of a church. So, and it's
Okay.
and there's like a reporter lady, and they fall in love, and it's really good. It's really
I
good.
think I found my next read.
It's
Or
yes.
listen because audiobooks.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Audible, but I did read it. I found the book on accident. I was in a library in Morgan City, and I'd watched the movie like 1,000 times. And I was just walking by, I was like, "Oh, Touch, that looks familiar." And I picked it off the shelf and I turned it over, and sure enough, it was the little synopsis. The back flap was the film, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna read this." And it was really really good. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Nice. I
My
just
favorite,
go ahead.
my favorite joke. One of my two of my favorite jokes from that movie, but the one that is best uh podcast suitable is the guy's on the phone with a guy, and he goes, "I gotta get off the phone before I catch AIDS." "Yeah, it's a new kind of AIDS called hearing aids. Help me hear assholes like you." And he hangs up on him. He's like, "All right, I see you."
That's that's funny. I'm gonna
But
use
yeah,
that.
I do love to pull inspiration from other things, but change it, make it my own, because
Yeah.
plagiarism is a no-no.
Yeah.
um,
No, I really like this. Like it's crazy how with the same prompt, like I went something so cryptic and you went so on the nose.
yeah, yeah.
And
Those had a twist.
yeah. And the whole time I'm like, you better leave her bitch ass, Joe. Like, Alexis is a bitch. I don't care that she's
She,
pregnant.
I don't think. I think I would like to think that that symbolizes him being in a place where even if she like rubbed all over him, it wouldn't matter. He's better now. He's in a good place. He's with a
Yes.
good woman
No, I
who
definitely
shares
think
his
so.
values. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
I
fact that he
definitely
invites her
think
in for
so.
coffee, yeah, but inviting her in for coffee with Hazel there is like him saying, "You can get in the house,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna like the life." Like,
Yeah.
uh, fool me
Uh,
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, Hazel's gonna leave me. So,
Yeah, and she's obviously so much better for him, even though I only know like a thing about her. Two things. Her name's
Yeah,
Hazel, and she helped his stutter. Oh, three things, and
she
she's
does.
married to him.
Yes, yes, and that's right now. I probably should add in something maybe about like a ring or something, a plain ring on her hand or something. Because I mean, like, they're not big diamond type people.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Like
I
they,
can definitely get that.
if she did have a rock on her finger, it would be a literal rock. Because that's just how they roll, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
life is rock.
I think that might help cuz at first I was like, "Oh, she just must be like, someone staying with him just like Alexis was, even though she was married to him, she wasn't really with him, you know."
Right, right,
Um
right. And
but
he didn't want to get better while Alexis was there. He wanted her to love him for who he was, and she didn't. And she
yeah.
does love him. That's that's one of my main problems when I write these kind of things. I know everything I want the characters to feel. And sometimes, either like this, I don't add enough, or I add so much, I wind up with a completely different thing than what I wanted, you
Yeah.
know? Because what I want and what my characters want, thanks schizophrenia, are two different things. Totally different things. So like just
Yeah. And
cuz like
it's hard to find that middle ground whenever you have like such big ideas and you're like, this is where I want it to go. Like I see it playing out in my head and the characters are just not working with you. It's like
yeah.
I'm the
The,
boss of you. Like,
the mind's willing but the characters are not able.
yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that like it reminds me of The Sims. I think we had this conversation a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
where like you'll tell them like go here and they're like nah.
I'm gonna wash the dishes in the toilet. I'm like, why? What's what's in there? Why is everyone in the bathroom at the same time? Grandma wants to poop. Get out. Grandpa just
Yeah.
had a heart attack on the patio, so we're all going in the bathroom to cry. God, that game is broken. Does that mean I'm not gonna play it? Oh hell no! I'm gonna play it every day that I get a chance. I
I
almost played
know.
it before we started recording today. I was like, I got an hour, but that's just fiddling creative sim, honestly.
Yeah, that is
There's
not
just
enough time. You need like at
no.
least a day.
Yeah, and I own every pack. The only one I don't own yet is the one that's not coming out till October. So,
Of The Sims 4.
yeah, we have a new one coming out. Yeah.
Nice.
Like I'm a dev. Not some fat bitch in the living room going, now kiss. Now fight. Now catch on fire!
Yeah, I have been wanting to play Sims so bad and then every time I'm like I'm going to go into the office and play on my husband's new fancy computer. My son's like, "Hey, take me to bed. Hey, change my diaper. Hey, love me." Like, give me a second. I promise I
So,
love my son.
he's the ultimate sim. Please don't put him in the
Yes.
microwave.
God. He'll put
The
himself
Sims
in the
2,
microwave.
he'd be like on the glass, like, Mom, hit the button! Liam, no! Liam, yes! Okay, I have to ask a question
Yes.
about the leather man.
Okay.
I compared him to the leather, uh, the leather,
Suitcase?
suitcase. Yeah. I wanted it to come off as if he was dressed expensive, as if he looked expensive.
I got that.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't. Okay, because like I didn't want it to come off as like he looked like a suitcase, like that, something stupid, you know? It was like got a zipper on his head. No, like
Yeah, no, I got that. From the let's see. It was large and black and leather. Joe chuckled to himself thinking how the man matched his luggage. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. because I have a very specific guy in my head, and I do not for the life of me know his name. But it's just some guy I saw once in passing, and I was like, good God, he even smells expensive. God. But yeah, I just wanted, I was trying to get it across that he was expensive, not that he was a sap.
Yeah. No, I think that came across really well. I'm very intrigued if you decide to lengthen this at all to see where it
Okay.
goes, because I want to be able to write in third person as well as you can. I think that is your that's your
My bread and
thing.
butter. Yeah. I like writing in first person, but I find it too limiting for what I want to do. I like the idea of being God. Let's put it that way. Hi, I'm Frankie Valentine, and I have a God complex.
It's the
But
schizophrenia.
yeah, it's me and Joe and Alexis and Hazel and Bob and Kim and Taro and all of them.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, because like first person is limiting, um and it leads you to become unreliable, which is what we're going to talk about today. But
And that's called the segue.
the third person I find to be, there's so many options and I get lost in it. Like I cannot focus on the task at hand. Maybe it's the ADHD rolling around in my brain, but
Yeah.
I can't make it as good as I can with first person. So I need to get better at that.
Well, that could be your brain telling you, hey, we should start a new section here. Because, like, I grew up watching soap operas with my mom and my grandma. And, like, a scene never lasts longer than 5 minutes. Like, which,
Yeah,
sorry
that's
about the
true.
sex scenes, but still. I'm guessing it's supposed to last longer than that. I don't know. But anyway, it's prime time. They got shit to do. They got people to push off cliffs and bring back from the dead. It's fine. I think that's what necromancers and TV writers have in common. They just sit there all day trying to figure out how do we bring this dead guy back. We want this actor back on our show. Our ratings were higher. Quick, get the
Yeah.
shadow book.
Yeah. That is
But like
probably exactly what they do.
pretty much, yeah. But like they'll have focus on a character here, and it's not gonna last long. It's gonna be just enough to play the dun dun dun. Go to commercial, come back, whole new set of characters. Move to this set of characters, move to that set of characters. Then this character goes and sees that character, and it's constantly moving and changing. And I know why it does that because my mom was a housewife when I was growing up, as was my grandmothers. Both my grandmothers were homemakers. Let's call them homemakers.
Mhm.
But my mom actually explained it to me better than anybody. She's because you wake up in the morning, you get in the shower, you get your husband dressed, you get him off to work, you get the babies up, they go to school, or you got to take care of them, and then you make lunch, and then the babies come back from school, and you help with homework, you're cooking dinner, the husband comes home, you rub his feet, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and you do the exact same thing for your whole life.
Yeah.
Granted, there's more in between those things, but still.
Sure.
But the soap operas never do the same thing twice, at least not with the same character,
Mhm.
right? It's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving. This character is with that character is with this character goes off to be a priest, which actually means they just went to another TV show, that kind of thing. And it's something that changes.
Yeah.
So you don't go fucking insane.
Yeah, because no one would watch it.
Right.
Except
Like,
maybe the bored housewives or homemakers.
right. But like, if you watch the movie Mr. Mom, he gets really into the Bold and the Beautiful. Isn't the no, the Young and the Restless? And he's like, "Yeah, it's Victor's kid. The vasectomy didn't take. Okay, I'll call you back." And like, that is the perfect example of everything happens exactly the same every day. I need something different. So,
Yeah.
and it's fun to talk about homemakers and housewives today because this is the girl episode.
Yeah.
Shut up, bird. You don't get to talk. I didn't know half of you were male. Now I got even more damn books. My birds have doubled in a week. Oh no! Get them goddamn
But
Alabama birds.
going back to the like writing in first person, um like the way I look at it is just whenever you're telling a story to someone, like this happened to me, this happened to my sister, this happened to my brother, this happened to my child, it's always going to be, I mean, I don't want to say always, but like you're going to try and paint yourself in a good light, just
Right.
subconsciously.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you're like lying or anything, but
No.
just subconsciously, you're going to want to look good for the person you're talking to. And I
Right.
feel like the characters subconsciously are going to do that as well. And like I'm reading a book series right now. Um, I think it's called the Dollenganger series, but the first book is called Flowers in the Attic. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that. Yes. Is that the
Okay.
one where like the mom keeps the stepkids upstairs or whatever?
Well, her real kids, but yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She
Okay. I thought
she
it was
keeps them
stepkids.
upstairs, locks them in an attic for like 3 years. And I'm currently on the third book, almost on the fourth book. It's really good. Um, it's
How many
emotional,
kids she put
but
up?
huh?
Is you on the fourth book? Like, damn, how many kids she put up there?
4, and 2 of them have died.
Oh shit!
Yeah, spoiler
I
alert.
gotta read this damn book, man.
But
Not
there
technically
is
a spoiler because you didn't say which two. I just know half the team is gone. But anyway, I'm
yes.
sorry.
um, but there's like it's I don't know about all the other ones, but Flowers in the Attic is a banned book because it involves incest. Because these kids are stuck in the attic and their grandmother's going up there and talking about how like they're going to be doing dirty things to each other and God's watching them, and it's getting like hammered in their brain that like it's so bad to love each other, so why can't they love each other, and they end up loving each other, and it's kind
Oh
of
no, Grandma,
gross.
why? Grandma.
Anyway, all that to say, the first book is in one of the daughters' points of view the entire time. And the whole first book, I'm like feeling for her and I'm like, oh my God, you poor thing. And then I get to the second book and I realize that she is a conniving bitch. And the entire time she's like talking in the first book, like she was seducing me along with everyone else. And the narrator
Damn.
does a really good job too. Um, maybe it's different whenever you actually read the book, but I've just been
Yeah.
so fascinated with the idea of creating a really like unreliable but realistic character because it's so difficult to play off
Yeah.
and make them
Yeah.
real.
I one of the first books I ever got in my hands that used the F word. That's the word is fuck. One of the first fuck books I've ever read. It's called, well, I read the American titled version. No, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. In America, it's called Smack. Okay. In all the European countries where the author Melvin Burgess is from, it's called Junk. Okay. I read it when I was 15 and it was the greatest book I'd ever read. And then I reread it as an adult and I was like, oh, she's a child. But it's one of my favorite things. It's first person, but every chapter is a different character's POV. Like the story continues, but it's from that character's point of view.
Yeah.
And one of the main characters is Gemma, or yeah, Gemma. I called her Gemma for 5 years because I didn't realize that the E made the G soft. So I was like, her name is Gemma, and no one can change my mind. But sh her boyfriend, her friend, she calls him Tar because he smokes. This is all in the beginning, so no spoilers. But like, she calls him Tar. His real name is David. His dad beats the shit out of him daily. Like, he's decided to pack his shit and he's running away. He's 15. No, he's 14. They're 14. So they were a year younger than me at the time. And it's the last night. She's there. they're in their friend's garage in the car, hiding out. And in the middle of the night, he's gonna jet. She's gonna go home. She gets home and it's like 3 a.m. and her dad is pissed to the max. And she's like having a meltdown, like he doesn't understand. He's being mean to me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, he's being an asshole. And now I'm an adult. I'm like, young lady, you were meant to be home 10 hours ago. I don't know what the fuck you think you are doing, running around Bristol in the middle of the night. But I'm not from there. I can't protect you. I don't know where you could have. Like, I had a full on parent meltdown. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? So dad is hella justified later in life for me. So
Yeah.
like, I was my own unreliable narrator. But the way Gemma frames it, she had to leave too. She had to get the fuck out, you know? But she really didn't. She had a decent life.
Mm-hmm.
Tar, on the other hand, was catching strays on the daily. And then once he left and Gemma stayed, she realized that Tar was taking the beatings that were meant for his mom. And she does eventually leave and goes to meet him and tells him, yeah, now your mom's black and blue. And makes him feel even fucking worse.
Oh
So
no.
like, I don't know if she's just a dumb kid who meant well. Because I mean, she was 14 years
Yeah.
old at the start of the book. I think by the end of it, she's like 18 or 17 or 18. So they stay gone a good long time. And it's called smack or junk because they get involved with these older people. And there's a really nice guy who is based on a friend of Melvin Burgess's who passed away. It's written in the flap of the book. But he he takes them in and he gets them with this other couple who are a little older, maybe 16, 17 at the time, and they squat in a house. They become squatters. And like, I remember thinking that is the coolest fucking shit in the world. But now, like, I'm paying for a house, and I'm like, if I wake up and there's some fucking drughead teenagers in my house that I don't know, just fucking living there, not paying rent, first off, I'm driving everybody to rehab. I don't give a fuck who you are. We all going to rehab. I'm going with you because I'm gonna need some therapy from finding a smacked out drughead in my spare room. Sitting there eating a goddamn crochet thread like this spaghetti's crunchy. Like so like but yeah, she was my first rendezvous with an unreliable narrator because she painted herself out to be a victim. She wasn't. Like she stole $100 from her dad's account and she goes out there and they're like struggling and she goes on a shopping spree and buys herself a new outfit and everybody's like, that was really shitty. And at 15 I was thinking, no, it's not. She deserved that leather jacket and big biker boots and to not have any food. That's fine. But now I'm 34. I'll be 35 in October. I'm thinking, you know how much you could have bought with that €100 in 19, what? I think it said 1985.
Yeah.
Gosh, they could have ate for a year. I'm so mad about it now.
Yeah.
Now I spent $100 just finding a place to park and gas. Like,
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so it's especially whenever we're younger, and I think that I don't know about you, but like I tend to relate more to the girl characters than the guy characters when it's in first person point of view or it's meant to be an unreliable narrator
yeah,
because like I'm a girl and whenever I'm younger, I want to do the things that the girls are doing and I want to go out and spend €100 on whatever the hell I want. Um
yeah.
but it's so interesting how like as we grow up, we like find those unreliable narrators in different in different books that are meant to be for older people, like
Right, right.
we'll read these YA books and be like, yeah, go spend all your parents' money. You're doing good. Now we're like, what? I would beat your fucking ass. The hell? And
I
then,
think her dad was asking for it though, because he kept his goddamn bank account information on a stick-it note on the back of his mirror in his bedroom.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's really stupid.
come on, Dad. At least like tattoo it on your ass so not even you can see it. I don't.
Right. That is really dumb.
When he had it coming, I don't feel sorry for his ass. And he wasn't. He didn't get to narrate. I don't think he never got to narrate. But Tar's dad actually does get to narrate a chapter at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was. I highly recommend it. It's Melvin Burgess. It's called Smack. Unless you're getting the UK version, then it's called Junk.
Okay. I think you might have mentioned this book before. I don't know if it was on the podcast or like just us talking, but I
It
I,
might have
I
been.
recognize the name.
Yeah, it is really good. Something really funny about it though. I was in the back seat reading it, and for some reason, my dad had this vendetta against me reading while we went places. And he said, "What even is the name of that book?" And I just took it and I knocked the shit out of him. And I went, "It's called Smack." And he said, "Okay, enjoy your book." I tortured that man. And there's another instance where he had an elk call, and I discovered that if you blew into it, it makes it like a wah, like an elk sound. But if
Mhm.
you turned it around and sucked inward, it made it sound like an 18-wheeler horn. And I did this in Houston on the highway.
Oh God.
We had to pull over for some Depends for that man. I tell you, God damn! It was an interesting ride. I did not get a 6-piece nuggie that day. I got a 4.
I would have gotten an ass beating if I would have done that.
Well, he couldn't hit me. I still had the book. I think the most famous unreliable narrator though is the first one we're all ever introduced to. Say it with me, children. The Great
The Great
Gatsby.
Gatsby.
Nick. And that he very much does paint Gatsby out to be this big, beautiful, godlike figure because he's in love with him.
Yes.
Oh, wait. There we go. He's very madly, passionately, deeply in love with him. He's gay. Don't ever let your English teacher tell you that he's not.
Yeah, I do feel like they definitely tried to tone down Nick's gayness when we
Yeah.
would go over The Great Gatsby, which is like
Yeah.
now
And
they probably wouldn't, but I don't know,
now
10
Nick
years
would
ago.
fucking Nick would be in the corner going, girl. But like they'd read a passage and be like, and that's how all men in the 1920s described their very close friends who they just met.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Homosexuality was not invented until the 1990s. Everyone knows that. Thank you, Miss
And that's what
Manfrey.
makes him an unreliable narrator because everyone did this.
Right. And like he just describes his cousin. Well, Daisy's his cousin. It's not set in Alabama, so she wouldn't get the star treatment. But Gatsby. I mean, the book is called The Great Gatsby. I personally think he was just an okay Gatsby, a
Yeah,
mediocre Gatsby at best. Like,
at best. Yeah.
but I just, I don't know. I feel like unreliable narrators do make it interesting though, because
Yeah.
it
The
makes the
the
book rereadable for me.
definitely because you can like go back and find those little cracks. And as you get older, you can go back and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Siding with this bitch.
Yeah, because like I must have read Smack like 8 times when I was still in high school, and then the Great Divide happened in 2012. Most of my books went into storage, and a lot of them got ruined because I didn't realize that the lids weren't closed properly, and I lost like 2 or 3 tubs, like big 10-gallon wash tubs,
That would make
not
me
wash tubs.
cry.
Yeah, no, the big 26-gallon like They're
Yeah.
getting bigger and bigger. The 85-gallon tub. No, like I
I
lost.
know
I
what you're
lost a
talking
few.
about.
I lost a few of my Norton anthologies. Those things are hella fucking expensive.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And I love those. I loved having all those on hand. And right now, all I have is the last three in American literature. I have no idea where the rest are. I lost my little Johnny Keats.
Oh. And the
I
thing
lost
is, we had to pay so much money extra whenever we had to get them from the Nichols bookstore. So it's like you
yeah.
just lost a whole salary right there.
One of my seniors is going to Nichols in the fall, and I told her I was like, okay, two things. One, there's a bookstore on campus. Two, avoid it like the plague.
Yes.
One subject notebook, college ruled, is like $5. It has a plastic cover. Okay. Go to Walmart, the exact same notebook with a cardboard cover is 10 cents.
Yeah.
I could give every
Insane.
single person in the college a notebook
Right.
at Walmart for what it cost at the bookstore. I remember being in there one day and they had a little fella. I had seen him around. He's on the spectrum, but he's very standoffish. And I could hear him on the phone with his aunt asking for her credit card information. And he had all of the books he was going to need. He was buying his books from the bookstore new on the phone with her going, no, I do need them. I need them. Aunt such and such, I need these books. Please give me your credit card number. And I was like, baby, if you want to spend the fucking family fortune, just, go to a casino. It's more fun.
Right.
Like,
I
and then,
cannot imagine.
no,
Uh-uh.
like, I bought one book from that bookstore. It was a biology book. And it's the only reason I didn't drop the class and accepted my D.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what? This book was $400. I'm gonna get the $400 fucking dollars out of it. And they were like, only highlight the stuff that's important. I highlighted the cover. I highlighted the names of all the authors. I I hated that class with a passion. It was a nursing class for anatomy, and we spent a whole 2 weeks learning about the skeletal structure, and then took a test on the nervous system. And like one of the nurses was like, "Well, that was the reading." I was like, "Why the fuck was she up here talking about Billy Bones? I don't understand."
Oh my god. I I am so bad at science and math and history. Just let me write and I will be fine. Don't give me anything
Oh,
else.
I can bullshit all day. That is no
Yes.
problem. Shit, you want a 10-page story by midnight? Give
I
me a couple
got you.
coffee cups and cigarettes. I got you.
I
Yeah.
got
I'll finish the cigarettes before I finish the story, but god damn it, you'll get the story eventually. Like the
Yeah.
the one I read tonight, I wrote that while I was waiting for last week's podcast files to download to my computer.
Ugh, I love whenever a story just comes out like that. It's just like
Oh, isn't
meant to
it nice?
be.
And then 6 months later, I'll do another one like that. Just I don't
Yeah.
rush talking about
Yeah.
it.
See, mine, I started working on it um like last Thursday and I was still like I just couldn't figure out how I wanted it to work out in the end. Like, did I want him to be dead? Did I want him to be dying? Did I want her to die? Did I want her to hate him? Like, I couldn't figure it out. And I worked so hard throughout the week and I finally finished it today and I was like, I have to turn it in. Like, this is as good as it's gonna get.
Hmm. I really love that this is giving me a creative outlet because while I still write casually on my own, this kind of, I don't say gave me a purpose, but kind of gave me a purpose, like
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I, I'm enjoying the prompts, I'm enjoying the writing. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah. And being
It's
able to like talk about our writing and talk about like the things that we enjoy about other people's writing and about certain things that we read or things that we hate about certain things that we read or other people's writing. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
me too, me too.
Hopefully
This
Patrick
is
is
this
too.
is Yeah. Poor thing.
Poor
If he's not
Patrick.
dead, poor thing. Homeboy showed up and was like, "That is not a well man."
We're like, oh no, Patrick.
But hi guys, I'm like, he's not using his nose. Oh no. And I feel it. I feel it. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and like knock on wood because I have not gotten sick yet. I did miss 2 days last week before last. Like the Tuesday I missed because Monday night we wound up going to Baton Rouge to get a puppy,
Oh
which
yeah.
best fucking road trip I've ever been on because it ended with the softest little brown thing you ever did see. Who has found his teeth?
Oh
He's
no.
found his teeth. And I found his teeth, and he's found my toes. My toes have found his teeth. And if anyone wants a little brown dog, he's free to a whatever the fuck kind of home. Nah, I love him. He's not mine. He's my mom's, but he's
That's why
really
you love
sweet.
him.
Yeah, because he's her problem. But we used to have a big yellow lab, and his name was Obi-Wan Kenobi because we're Star Wars fans. And he passed away back in March. And she's been wanting a big dog. So I took her to get him, and we've named he's a little brown thing. He looks like Chewbacca. We call him Chewy. So a name has never fit a dog so well. There is not an item in my house that does not have teeth marks in it right now, myself included.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
cute,
and
but he's
oh
dead.
my god, little lab teeth are so I feel like they're sharper than any other dog's teeth.
They are. Because they're not teeth, they're razor blades.
Yeah.
Pearly white razor blades.
Yeah. We have 2 dogs, Piper and Coda is a lab, and his little teenage years, that was testing me. Oh.
Oh, it's kind of nice though, because we have 3 girl chihuahuas. And Kissy is old and set in her ways. She don't want nothing to do with them. She lays on her sofa and watches them be buffoons. Bailey, she kind of gets in the mix, but she's like, I'm gonna be over here. Bye. Peaches and my boy Messy go apeshit. Anytime they see each other, they big old buddies. But now Messy is friends with Chewy, and it's making Peaches jealous. So every
Aw.
once in a while, there's a 3-way tooth out biting match in the middle of my living room, for a good 10 minutes. Like, all right, quit that shit. Like, the toys are all around them, but no, they'd rather chew on each other. It's adorable. And then I have my boy Messy, who is half beagle, half basset hound,
Okay.
and he speaks French. I look at him and I go, "Pa pa pa," and he goes, "Ooh," at me. It's kind of great. I live in a zoo. I have 6 birds, 5 dogs, 3 cats, a fish, and a side sucker named Crimmy.
I feel like I live in a zoo, but it's just because everyone's loud. And I have ADHD and I'm always overstimulated.
We had a spider on the back of our house so big that when we killed it, it hit the ground with a pop. Like it made a physical.
Ugh. Mm-mm.
Tammy had to kill it with wasp spray because we had no spider spray. I was like, "Did it kill it?" And she's like, "If it didn't, it's somewhere real fucking unhappy, and we may have to move." Please say it did.
Oh god. Whenever I had just had Liam in South Carolina, they have the biggest fucking bugs I have ever seen. They have there's something called cicada wasps, which are like the size of your fucking hand. And it's like, get that the hell away from me. When those would get in the house, I would literally shit myself. Absolutely not. But spiders, I cannot do spiders. And Liam was probably a month and a half old. I was still breastfeeding. I was still emotional. I had such a hard time postpartum. Victor had to go back to work. And so I have Liam and I'm trying to get him to sleep and then I see a spider walking across the floor where his like my pump stuff is in the kitchen and I'm like he's going to starve. I can't get back in there. And I
I'm
call
thinking,
my husband crying, sobbing on the phone. I cannot do spiders.
"Baby, you gotta come home. The baby's gonna die."
I'm pretty sure I like would put him down and I would like crawl on top of cabinets to get what I needed because I would not sit. I mean, I would not stand on the floor. I was too scared. And then Victor came home and he's like, there is no spider in the kitchen. Like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, it's there. It's there. I can't go back in the kitchen ever again. He's actually
Oh,
going to
no.
die.
Hang out 1 second. I gotta write down that I'm never going to North Carolina.
South Carolina. North Carolina's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them any bugs. I ain't going out there. Meanwhile, I'm okay with the giant ass tarantula hanging out on the back of my house. Like, hey guys, I like the new blinds. Did you paint this room? It looks nice.
Yeah, I cannot.
I'm over bugs. I'm over this weather. I'm ready for it to be winter so all the mosquitoes go back to hell where they belong.
Agreed.
I'm just done. I am a done ski.
Yep.
So let's see. I am gonna look for something really quickly before we wrap up, because we have officially hit the what mark did we hit? We're at 1:06. Last week's was actually a full exactly 1 hour. So
and this week was supposed to be a mini girls. Sorry, Patrick.
yeah. Well, for girls, this is mini. It's fine.
We could talk for the rest of the night.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be. It's a mini podcast. Why is it 8 hours long? Don't ask questions. Just live with it. All right, and I think I may have found a prompt. If you want to check it, that's the whole prompt.
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
No, it's in the doobly doo.
Yeah, I see it. I was like, I'm not worried about anything.
So,
that's good.
Okay. So this week's prompt is short, sweet, and to the point. Since we did such a short micro podcast this week, what do you worry about? Just take that idea and fucking run with it, guys. Because I mean, while we do put up these prompts, they are suggestions. You can interpret it however you want. We do.
Yeah.
It's like, I had a pregnant bitch come back with a baby. I mean, that's a prompt, I guess. I don't know.
I had a dead man come back to visit his wife.
Yeah, it's fine. So I went Days of Our Lives, and you went Beetlejuice. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, but that's our prompt this week. One sentence, one question. What do you worry about?
Perfect.
I worry about climate change and how much I'm gonna have to fucking sweat during the apocalypse.
I'm not gonna survive the apocalypse.
I swear to God, if there's no air conditioning in the apocalypse, I'm gonna be a mad motherfucker. I tell you that much. Why is Frankie on a killing spree? She's sweating. Be riding down the road, Mad Max style, standing outside of the car. Why are you outside of the car? There's a breeze!
Remind me to find you during the apocalypse.
Out there creating breezes and shit. All right, so, well, I've been Frankie Valentine.
I've been Sarah Billiot.
And Patrick has been absent, and we're sad about it. We can't wait for him to come back. Hopefully, well, he's going to listen to this and be like, I'm never doing that fucking podcast again. Maybe that's what he's worried about. He's sitting there looking at his watch like, they've got 10 more minutes.
He's just gonna put something in the Discord next week being like, I worry about you guys.
Y'all got some issues. See, this week was kind of unhinged because Patrick wasn't here to keep us A, on topic, B, grounded, and C, normal.
Yeah.
So
We need you back, Patrick.
please take some NyQuil.
And
All of
feel
the
better.
drugs. Yes, please feel better. All right. Well, this has been the workshop. Thanks for coming hang out with us. Please like, comment, subscribe, and be our friend.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.